The current time is 2 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. This is the NOAA Weather Radio WXL 69 in Ely and WWF 81 in Eureka. Here is the National Weather Service Hazardous weather outlook for portions of north central and northeastern Nevada. Day 1, today and tonight, showers and thunderstorms will develop along a cold front which will be shifting southward throughout the coverage area throughout the day. Main threats from these storms will be, in order of likeliness, flash flooding, cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, gusty winds, and possibly some small hail and graupel in the mountains. Rainfall amounts will vary from 2 to 5 inches with some amounts being locally higher. Days 2 through 7, Sunday through Thursday. Wind speeds will likely pick up as the edge of a high-pressure system slowly sweeps through the region. There may be a risk of wildfires. Spotter information statement, limited spotter activation may be needed for the flash flood threat throughout the day. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast. Today, thunderstorms. High 65 to 72 valleys, 58 to 68 mountains. Light easterly winds in the morning shifting to stronger northerly winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Flash flood watch in effect until 10 p.m. this evening. The National Weather Service in Elko has issued a flash flood watch for portions of eastern Nevada, north central Nevada, and south central Nevada, including the following areas: in eastern Nevada, White Pine County; in north central Nevada, southern Lander County and southern Eureka County; in south central Nevada, northeastern Knight County and northwestern Knight County. From now through this evening, a cold front will push through into central Nevada and will last throughout the day. Showers and thunderstorms will develop across much of the area. Moderate to locally heavy rain will be possible with some of the thunderstorms, which could lead to localized flash flooding. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued.
Look. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Ely Police Department. A mass prison break has occurred at Ely State Prison. Witness reports stated that about 150 prisoners escaped, half by vehicle and half by foot. The escapees in the vehicles are in a convoy headed down Route 490 in the direction of Ely, and are armed with military-grade weapons. The rest of the escapees have scattered in all directions on foot and are armed with various types of guns. Residents of White Pine County are requested to lock all doors and windows. If you see anybody walking in or around the city with any kind of visible weapon, please report it to the Ely Police Department. Roadblocks are being set up along the edges of Ely city limits. While not required, residents should not attempt to enter or leave Ely city limits until an all clear is given by local authorities.
Southern Eureka County. In south central Nevada, northeastern Knight County and northwestern Knight County. From now through this evening, a cold front will push through into central Nevada and will last throughout the day. Showers and thunderstorms will develop across The following message is transmitted by the White Pine County Police. Multiple attempts to stop the escapee police car convoy have failed. The convoy has reportedly split, with one convoy headed to Ely Airport and the other headed into downtown Ely. In addition, multiple helicopters, which had been sent by the National Guard, have been shot down by escapees on foot surrounding Ely city limits. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Residents are now being required to do the following: lock all doors and windows, close all blinds and curtains. Do not go outside. If you are in a vehicle or outdoors, get inside immediately. Stay tuned for further information.
Oh, cuando pierdas la calma, aférrate a tu alma que te sanará. No te rindas, sigue tus sueños, borra tus miedos, vas a llegar. Mira que así es la vida y así será.
When life becomes an uphill struggle, keep rising. Toyota. Start your impossible.
This is a civil danger warning. Please listen to the following message.
The civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for White Pine and V, beginning 5:45 a.m. and ending at 11:45 a.m. KUTV prison escapees are wreaking havoc on the city of Ely, Nevada. The Ely airport has been lit on fire by one of the escapee convoys. If you live within half of a mile of the airport, leave the area immediately. Other escapee convoys have entered the downtown area of Ely and have opened fire on numerous persons and buildings. In addition, various reports of escapees opening manholes and dropping various chemicals in them have been confirmed. All residents of Ely and surrounding areas should continue to follow previous instructions and should now avoid using any water. If any escapees confront you, use lethal force if necessary. Stay tuned to this station for further information.
Wait, the airport is on fire now. That is not good. In fact, that could be absolutely terrible. I've been to that airport a few times, and I can say firsthand that the Ely airport hasn't been up to code in several decades. Who knows what could still be in those buildings? And God knows what chemicals are being dropped in the city's water. The infrastructure isn't fantastic in most of Nevada. Natural gas pipelines could be down there, and a lot of utility cables I know for sure down there too, such as electric cables, phone cables, and internet cables, which means fiber optic cables are down there too. This is just a miserable situation. Honestly, if I were there, I would just get out even with criminals moving about. Now since they live in the Great Basin, that water will eventually make its way to the rest of the state. They rely on a giant series of pipelines throughout most of the state because of the lack of flowing water. If water treatment plants throughout the state don't immediately stop, an outbreak of disastrous proportions could be on deck.
The following message is transmitted by the White Pine Department of Emergency Management. An explosion has taken place at the Ely Airport. This has launched numerous pieces of debris into the atmosphere surrounding the area. No harmful chemicals have been released. Residents are advised to look out for flying debris and report any of the debris to local authorities. harmful chemicals have been released. Residents are advised to look out for flying debris. The following message is transmitted by the Ely Police Department in conjunction with the Nevada Emergency Management Agency. All clear. All debris has stopped falling from the sky and all escapees have been either killed or detained. Emergency management is currently waiting for test results on the city's water supply to determine whether water needs to be boiled. Thank you for your cooperation. The following message is transmitted by the Nevada Health Department. Many water sanitation stations in northeastern Nevada have been contaminated. A large amount of highly corrosive substances, such as ammonia and methyl chloride, have infiltrated the system. A high amount of E. coli bacteria has also been detected within the water supply. At current levels, it is extremely unsafe to interact with any water. Do not use tap water. Do not flush toilets, take showers, water your yard, or do any other activity that involves tap water. Only use bottled water or any other non-tap water source. At this time, all water stations within a 75-mile radius of Ely, Nevada are being shut down in order to prevent the spread. Repeating, do not use tap water under any circumstances. Only use bottled water or any other source of non-tap water. The National Weather Service in Elko, Nevada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for White Pine County in northeastern Nevada until 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 2:58 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, a line of severe thunderstorms was located from Buster Mountain to 20 miles north of McGill, moving south at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, isolated wind gusts to 60 or 70 miles per hour and possible small hail on mountains. Source, Mesonet and radar indicated. Impact, persons on mountain trails must take cover immediately as small hail could fall. Winds will be amplified depending on elevation. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ruth, Ely, McGill, Lund, Wheeler Peak, and Great Basin National Park. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The National Weather Service in Elko has issued a flash flood warning for central White Pine County in northeastern Nevada until 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 3:57 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between an inch and a half of rain have already fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of half an inch to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source, radar. Impact, flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage areas and low-lying areas. The roadways include the intersection of highways 50 and 93 in downtown Ely, where spotters reported that water was flowing over the roadway. Runoff from nearby mountains and hills will also contribute to prolonged flooding over the next several hours. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Ely. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles.
The civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for White Pine and V, beginning at 4:45 p.m. and ending at 10:45 p.m. KUTV. An extremely dangerous situation is ongoing in the city of Ely, Nevada. Numerous water main breaks have occurred in the city, and as a result the same intoxicants that were put in the water supply earlier are now being exposed to the town. These intoxicants include extremely corrosive substances, such as ammonia and methyl chloride. The E. coli bacteria is also present in these waters. Do not leave your building, as you will increase your chances of getting poisoned. The Federal Emergency Management Agency is en route to assist residents out of town via helicopter. Until they arrive, take the following actions. Move to the highest ground possible without making contact with the water. Due to the high presence of ammonia in the water, it is recommended that persons put on a mask or protective device over their mouths and noses. As a last resort, tie preferably cotton clothing around your mouth and nose. Stay tuned for further updates.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the White Pine County Emergency Management. This is an update to the previous civil danger product. The highly corrosive flood waters are starting to disintegrate the bases of weak structures throughout the city. Although the rain has ended, residents are still being asked to stay indoors and at the highest point possible. If the integrity of your building starts to fail, the best possible actions would be wearing a mask, clothing, or other protective devices over your mouth and nose to consume as little ammonia as possible, and holding onto a piece of furniture until the Federal Emergency Management arrives, which will be in just under 30 minutes. Stay tuned for further updates.